How to log in with your username and reset your password. Once you receive your login and password, download the free My20 app by Connexel from the Google Play Store for Android or the Apple Store for iOS. Use your valid email address as your username and put in your password you have set up or have been given. Reminder, your password must be at least 8 characters, contain at least 1 uppercase letter, 1 lowercase letter, and 1 number. If you ever forget your password, you can click on Forgot Password to reset it yourself by sending a password reset to your email. This is why it is very important to use a valid email address. You may also decide if you want your device to remember your password in the future. Most of the time that comes in handy. Just don't forget to write it down somewhere. Next, accept the terms and conditions, and you are officially logged in, and it will always bring you to the home screen, also known as the log screen of the My20 ELD. Connecting your My20 app to the ELD. In the top right corner, you will see ELD status. It currently says no ELD. This is how you manually connect and disconnect from the ELD. Go ahead and touch ELD status. After the app completes a scan, you will be presented with a listing of all available trucks to connect to. In this example, you see truck number 128 available to connect to. Please be very careful here to make sure you connect to the correct vehicle if you have other vehicles in the parking lot. Let's go ahead and touch truck number 128 and connect to it. It says connecting and then connected. You need to always check your connection in 2 places to ensure you're connected before you start driving. It isn't an option. You don't want to find out 2 hours after you're driving that you weren't connected fully. There is no one else that is responsible for this other than you, the driver. Take 1 extra second and check your ELD status screen. Make this a habit every time before you drive your vehicle. Now, go to the ELD status screen and make sure everything is coming out of your ECM port. Touch your menu in the top left corner and you get a drop-down list. Touch Settings and then touch ELD status. ELD status shows you exactly what is connected. Verify everything is connected and showing your VIN, your MAC address, your engine hours, firmware, your truck number, and your status of your ELD. Is it actually connected or does it say no ELD? If you're connected in both places, it will 100% go into drive when you move and reach 5 miles per hour. Your graph will give you feedback by your status line moving to the drive line. This is how you connect to the ELD. Changing your ELD status. Once you log in with your username, the starting page is called the home screen, also known as the log screen. It always has today's graph at the top of the screen. Below today's graph, it shows your home time zone. Per FMCSA, your home time zone never changes even if you cross other time zones. All calculations will be based on your home time zone. An orange banner is going across the middle of the screen that says last 7 days, and below that you will see your logs of the previous 7 days, also referred to as RODs, records of duty status. There are 3 requirements that have to be allowed for your device to work with the ELD. 1. Allow Bluetooth. This is how your device connects to the ELD. 2. Allow access to your location. And 3. Allow access to your My20 pictures. It is not your personal pictures, but the files from My20 pictures. Your signature and logs are all pictures, and your My20 ELD will not work unless you say yes. The top left corner says current status. This is your current duty status you are in at this moment. If you touch it, you will see your status options. Notice, there is not an option to put yourself into drive manually. As soon as you start driving and reach 5 miles per hour, the ELD will automatically go into drive. This is an FMCSA requirement and not set by the ELD manufacturer. Touch any of the 3 status options and your status will immediately change. We will touch on duty and you will see it change on your current status in the top left of your screen, and your graph line will visibly change to on duty as well. This is how you change your ELD status. Creating a trip and pre-trip DVIR. To start your day and create a trip, touch today's graph at the top of the log screen. It will open up today's log and you will see the 4 tabs across the top titled Logs, Trips, Sign, and Share. Touch the second tab from the left at the top of your screen labeled Trips. At first glance, you will see no trips. To manually create a trip, you will need to touch the plus sign in the top right corner of your screen. You will see a white list of all the vehicles available from your carrier that only you and your drivers within your company may connect to. It is very important to choose and connect to the correct vehicle at this point. We are using truck number 128, so we will touch it now. Once you choose the correct vehicle, it will drop all the vehicle information into your trip form, which is the information that is used to fill in your daily log or your rods for the day. The last and final way to create a trip is to start driving. This is not the best way to start a trip, and it is not recommended. This way you're not verifying your information, and you are also not doing a pre-trip DVIR, driver vehicle inspection report, that you are required to do. Once you move your vehicle, the pre-trip DVIR icon turns from orange to gray. It is not available to go back and do an inspection later because you have already driven. Once you choose your vehicle, you can go and add your trailer, as we will do for a sample shown with trailer 12345. Below your trailer number, you will see documents. You can take pictures of an invoice or bill of lading by choosing camera, or you can choose a file if you already have one on your device by choosing gallery and choose your picture at that point. Now, touch the Save button in the top right corner of your screen. Now it's time to do a pre-trip DVIR. Touch the orange button that says Pre-DVIR. It will open a screen that has 3 tabs at the top labeled General, Vehicle, and Sign. On the first screen labeled General, you will see the current time, your carrier name, your current location, and your odometer. Please make sure these are all filled out. If you need to fill in your location because your device left it blank, or you would like to change your location to be more specific or accurate, just go to the box and type in what you would like. Also, make sure your odometer is filled in and not left blank. This will be matched against your electronic information in the case of an audit or roadside inspection. Once that is done, go to the second tab at the top named Vehicle. You should see your vehicle at the top and any trailers you are pulling. A separate DVIR is required in both vehicle and trailer. The default is no defects found. Touch the words Add Remove Vehicle Defects. You will see 14 different categories, including a miscellaneous other category, that you can add anything else you might need to write in on your inspection. Each category opens up with the required specifics to check. We will touch Parking Brake System. If there is a defect, then you would check the box by touching it, and it will turn orange, as we have done by checking brake drums and brake tubing. Once complete, touch Save or the back arrow and go to the next category. Once all categories are complete, touch Save or the back arrow, and it will take you back to the beginning of the Vehicles tab page, and you will see all your defects you checked that need attention. Now, touch the Sign tab, sign your name, and touch Save in the top right corner. It will take you back to the Trips tab where you have Trip 1. You will now see your Pre-DVIR button that was once orange and it is now gray, which shows you that your Pre-DVIR is now complete. You are ready to start driving. Signing your daily logs. Signing and certifying your driver's logs, also referred to by FMCSA as your RODS or Records of Duty Status, is a requirement whether you are driving or off duty. The previous 7 days must all be certified before you start any driving for the day. From your home screen, also known as your log screen, touch any one of the 8 days available that you want to sign. We will touch Thursday, September 12th, and it will open that specific day you want. I didn't drive, but I still have to certify and sign my log for the day. At the top of the screen, it will say Logs, Trip, Sign, and Share. Touch the third tab over from the left labeled Sign. Sign your log. If you're not happy with the signature, touch Clear, Signature, and sign again. Once you sign your log, touch the Save in the top right corner. It will take you directly to this specific daily log, and you should see the verification saying Success, PDF uploaded successfully. Scroll down, and you will see your signature posted at the bottom. This is how you sign and certify your rods or your records of duty status. Annotations. What is the difference between an edit and an annotation? An edit is an actual change to an ELD record, while an annotation is a note related to a record. This can be done by a driver or authorized support personnel that may input it into the ELD. It's a note that will be attached to your logs and will be kept with your logs, but it won't change the physical data. From your home screen, touch the day you want to do an annotation. Let's say we want to do an annotation when we did our pre-trip Friday. Let's touch Friday and it will open up. At the top of the screen, it will say Logs, Trips, Sign, and Share. The tab on the top far left labeled Logs is the one you need to be on to do annotations, and it should be highlighted gray. You will see all status changes you have made for this day. In this case, we need to annotate and make a note that we actually came on duty at 5:06 a.m. to do the pre-trip. Below the graph, you will see a plus sign with the words Add Annotation. Touch the plus sign. There will be 4 blank areas that you need to complete for the annotation. Touch Start Time and put in 5:06 a.m. and touch Done. Touch End Time and put in 5:20 a.m. and touch Done. Touch Location and type in your city and state and touch Done. Touch the Notes section and type in the status you want to be in and the reason you're making an annotation. I was on duty for my pre-trip. You can also use an annotation for a mistake. Mistakes happen, just make sure to correct them with an annotation. Once you fill in those 4 areas required to make an annotation, touch Save in the top right corner. It will take you directly to the Logs tab of the day you annotated, and you will see the annotations added above the graph in white. It will be pointing at the start time of 5:06 a.m. and you will see the annotation pointing at the end time of 5:20 a.m. Below the graph at the bottom of however many statuses you have for the day, you will see the annotation highlighted in white. You can still go back into your annotation and edit it differently if you need, just by touching the highlighted white area. You can also delete it on iOS by sliding the line left, and on Android you can touch the minus sign saying Delete Annotation. Now you can also go to the Share tab at the top of the screen, which is your actual driver's daily log or rods for the day, and you will see the annotations in black above the graph at 5:06 a.m. and 5:20 a.m. Below the statuses for the day, you will also see the annotation section, annotation number 1 with the notes. You will see these annotations on your rods for a total of 8 days until it drops off on day 9. This is how you do an annotation. Sending your logs for a roadside inspection. You are required to be able to send your logs on a roadside inspection. Reminder, knowing how to send your logs is very important. This was the #1 fine and violation given out last year for ELDs by FMCSA. Everyone must know how to view and send their daily driver's logs. You will have to be able to do this at some point. The following examples are very straightforward and are not difficult. Just follow the steps. According to the ELD rule, technical specifications, an ELD must support only one of 2 possible options for electronic data transfer. The first option is a telematics transfer type ELD. At a minimum, it must electronically transfer data to an authorized safety official on demand via wireless web services. This is the FMCSA compliant method we have chosen, and it is also very easy. The second option is a local transfer type ELD. This would be via USB 2.0 or Bluetooth. We do not use this method because iOS and Android phones don't have a USB connection. To ensure that law enforcement is always able to receive the hours of service data during a roadside inspection, a driver must be able to provide either the display or a printout when an authorized safety official requests a physical display of the information. The number one preferred way by FMCSA is to use the FMCSA telematic transfer process. It is an encrypted process and it's very simple, fast, and secure. It transfers directly to FMCSA server for immediate viewing by the officer. To upload to FMCSA directly, from your log screen, also referred to as your home screen, you will touch any day you want to look at. So we will go ahead and touch Friday and it will open. And we will see the logs, trips, sign, and share tabs at the top. We will touch the share tab at the top right of the screen. On iOS, you will see a send button, and on Android, you will see 3 dots in the top right corner. Go ahead and touch whichever button you have on your specific device. You will see a drop-down list that says FMCSA Upload. Touch FMCSA Upload and the calendar will pop up. Enter the date range of the daily driver's logs or RODs you want to send to FMCSA. If the officer asks you to send the past 8 days, you would touch the beginning date of last Wednesday, September 11th and touch Done, and then the end date of Wednesday, September 18th and then touch Done. Then a box will pop up that says FMCSA Comment. The officer will give you an output identifier number that is your specific number for your audit. Once you put in your output identifier number, touch Submit and you will see a box pop up that says FMCSA Data Transmission Requested. That is it. You are done. If the officer asks you to send one specific day, for example, like Tuesday, September 17th, all you would do is touch Tuesday, September 17th for the beginning date and again for the end date. A backup way to send your logs and not the official FMCSA approved way is by email. You would use this if the FMCSA website is down or if an officer just wants you to send the logs to his or her email for viewing. You may also use this way to email yourself your daily logs. To email your logs, it's the same beginning process as the FMCSA upload. From the same driver's daily log, we will touch the Share tab again at the top right of the screen. On iOS, you will see a Send button, and on Android, you will see 3 dots in the top right corner. Go ahead and touch whichever button you have on your specific device. You will see a drop-down list that says Email. Touch Email. If your email is set up on your device, it will take you directly to your preferred email program like Gmail, Yahoo, iCloud, etc. Put in the email address of the person you want to send the logs to. As mentioned earlier for the FMCSA upload, the officer will give you an output identifier number that is your specific number for the audit. Put this in your subject line of your email. Once you put in your output identifier number in the subject line, hit Send. Also, if you need to send more than 1 day of logs by email, you will need to send a separate email for each day since these files are much larger and these date ranges are not preset. Now you can send your driver's daily logs on a roadside inspection. Uploading current logs to the My20 Tower. To upload any day you want to the My20 Tower for immediate viewing, just go to the day you are wanting to upload. Let's say we just went back to Friday and made an annotation and we want to upload it to the My20 Tower for immediate viewing. From your log screen, also referred to as your home screen, we will touch Friday and it will open and we will see the logs, trips, sign, and share tabs at the top. We will touch the Share tab at the top right of the screen. On iOS, you will see a Send button, and on Android, you will see 3 dots in the top right corner. Go ahead and touch whichever button you have on your specific device. You will see a drop-down list that says Tower Upload. Touch Tower Upload, and you will get an immediate response saying your PDF was uploaded successfully. Now, any changes you just made to your driver's daily logs can be immediately seen by anyone viewing the My20 Tower. Once you press Tower Upload, it can be viewed within seconds by your administrators or by the My20 support team. This is how you upload your logs to the My20 Tower. How to edit a past duty status. If you made a mistake and need to edit a past duty status, no problem. You can go back and change a previous duty status as long as it is not driving. You will notice there is not an option to select driving because all driving is automatically recorded by the ELD. Note that per the FMCSA mandate, drive status cannot be changed for compliant ELD devices. You would need to make an annotation for driving correction in this case. This is simple to do. See the training section on how to make an annotation if you need help with this. To change a past duty status, from your log screen, also referred to as your home screen, touch any day you want to look at. So we'll go ahead and touch the graph at the top for today. It will open up and we will see the logs, trips, sign, and share tabs at the top. We want to be on the tab at the top left named logs, and it should be already highlighted gray to show you're on it. We see on today's graph at the top that I made a mistake and didn't log out correctly yesterday, and it left me on duty starting at midnight until 5:02 a.m. this morning. I officially came on duty at 5:06 a.m. and did a 14-minute pre-trip DVIR. I want to change the on-duty status to off-duty starting at midnight. Below the graph, you will see each duty status for the day listed from the oldest at the top to the most recent at the bottom. If you look on the right side of the page, the transactions that have the arrows are the ones that can be changed. Notice the driving status line does not have an arrow. Choose the status you want to change. Touch the top status that says on duty starting at midnight. It opens up and we will see 3 status options and a note section. You can touch each different status and you will see the line move up and down on the graph. We want to be in off duty. Then in the notes section, you need to say what status you want to be in and why you're changing it. I want to be in off duty. I made an error logging out. Touch done typing and touch save in the top right corner. Now your graph and your hours have been changed. That is how you edit a past duty status. How to log out using the orange circle. It's extremely important that you follow these steps when logging out of your My20 app. In order to make sure your logs have been saved properly for the future, check the circle in the top right corner of your log screen, otherwise known as your home screen. Either a gray circle or an orange circle will be displayed. To log out, you must put yourself into either off-duty or sleeper berth. Let's go ahead now and change the status from on-duty to off-duty in the top left corner. To confirm that My20 Tower has received your last status change and all information from your My20 app has been updated, it will turn orange with a check mark in the top right corner. In this case, it is already an orange circle confirming the upload. To double check, touch the orange circle to confirm the My20 Tower data has been sent. Now you may disconnect your internet signal and turn off your phone or tablet if you wish. Your last off-duty status has been changed and saved in the My20 Tower and will remain that way until you log back in. In some cases, it may take longer if you accepted previous unassigned records prior to logging out. It would upload these new records to the My20 Tower as well. Just leave your phone or tablet on until all records have uploaded and the orange circle is visible. Now you know how to properly log out of the My20 app. Just wait for the orange circle to appear and you can log out and disconnect. After a hard day's work, just be patient a minute and make sure those hours get saved and stored. As always, please reach out to our support team by email at support@connexio.com or by phone at 865-888-MY20 if you have any questions. Take care and drive safe.